I'm not saying that has nothing to do with the Hinman emails, but it is not the main factor that drove price today. Why? Because the Hinman information came out in the second half of the trading session, and you can see that the market move on XRP today took place in the first half of the trading session. Okay, so you have to understand that there was some other Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video, we're going to be discussing some interesting price action that just recently took place on XRP. I'm going to give you all my perspective as to why price just recently moved. Obviously, of course, we see trending amongst Twitter and YouTube influencers right now that the majority of them think that the reason why XRP price action just quote unquote surged, really it's only up about 2 to 2.5%. Was due to the release of this Hinman news from Judge and Alyssa Torres today. So we're going to cover that in today's video breakdown. If you all enjoy videos like this and you take away something valuable from it, make sure that you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. Don't forget that on the Rumble page, once we reach 1,000 subs, we're going to be doing a giveaway. Along with the YouTube, once we reach 15K subs, we'll be doing a giveaway as well. So make sure that you're subscribed to both platforms. Let's jump into today's video breakdown. So I want to take your attention real fast to show you guys XRP is trending. It's so interesting that, you know, when some news fundamental comes out surrounding XRP, the whole entire XRP community starts freaking out and you start to see XRP trending. Again, do your research as to why these markets really move. There is a handful of reasons as to why price action movements happen in this market. And it is not solely based off of one thing, specifically talking about today, this ruling that just took place from Judge and Alyssa Torres with the Hinman documents, okay? We saw that happen in crypto law, and I want to take your attention to the time, okay? That's going to solidify what it is that I'm attempting to teach you all today. So first, let's just focus on when the majority of these fundamentals started pouring into the market. Roughly in the afternoon. Today, I'm in California, so the majority of these fundamentals came out kind of late afternoon after 12 p.m. So that's also going to solidify what it is that I'm attempting to teach you all today, which is why price action could have potentially taken place today on XRP the way that it did. We see this came out from crypto law. They tweeted this out at 3:54 p.m., where they go on to talk about the motion to seal, from December 2022 that listed out identified the entirety of the Hinman docs that Judge Torres ordered unsealed. Okay, so that came out in the late afternoon here in California today. And then also we saw this fundamental from Cointelegraph, and I'm sure you guys can go find many more fundamentals from these news outlets that came out late afternoon. You guys can see here, timing is everything in this market. This came out 5 hours ago. The reason why I'm trying to get you guys to see time in the market plays a crucial role into understanding what really started the move on XRP today. Now, the CYPRX students know that I'm not a fundamental-based trader where I don't really need fundamentals to gauge what it is that I'm going to be doing in the market. I am solely a price action, a TA kind of guy, but fundamentals do play an important role. So what fundamentals did we have come out today? Well, we had core retail sales from the United States come out today, and the actual came out at a 0.4%. The forecast came out at a 0.5%, and the previous was a negative 0.5%. Now, what I want you all to pay attention to is the time that this came out. The CYPRX students know in the 3.0 content, the time efficiency paradigm, that we look to kind of gauge in this market for specific entry criteria. You guys can see here that news event, again, a red folder high impact news event came out at 5:30 a.m. here in California. Okay, pay attention. That's going to play a crucial role in understanding the move that took place today. Again, remember, I just showed you guys that the majority of these fundamentals, the whole entire retail herd right now in the XRP community thinks that XRP price just quote unquote surged. Again, it's really only up 2.5% as of time of recording, was because of the Hinman document news that just came out. It's not, okay? Wake up. I know that there's going to be people in the comments that say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Cypher's, da, da, da. I'm going to show you. I'm going to physically show you today. All right. Again, I'm not saying that this had nothing to do with it. Maybe partially had something to do with it later on in the day, but the actual start of the move today had nothing to do with the Hinman documents. Okay. Just show you guys that these fundamentals came out just a couple of hours ago, again, late afternoon, whereas the news fundamental dropped at 5:30 a.m. this morning. Okay, so I said to you guys in this tweet right here, a decrease in U.S. core retail sales suggests a weaker consumer spending, which can raise concerns about economic growth. This may lead, again, may lead investors to doubt the overall health of the economy and reduce their confidence in the U.S. Furthermore, disappointing retail sales data can influence the monetary policy decisions of the Federal Reserve. Interesting, right? Because we know that a potential Fed pivot around the major historical psychological level 102 is something that we've been talking about on the CYPRX platforms for quite some time. If you're not updated on that and you're new here, go back and watch some of the previous video breakdowns where we've broken down that historical level, and that in the 2017 bull run that took place where the bottom of the crypto market started, same thing in 2020, all the way up into the high in 2021, where that bottom peaked at or turned around at was exactly when the US dollar started to depreciate below the 102 psychological level and close bearish. Again, we've gone over that. I said to you all to continue this tweet. If retail sales decline, the central bank may consider adopting a more accommodative monetary stance, such as lowering interest rates or implementing stimulus measures. Haven't we covered that in previous video breakdowns? Why did the last bull run happen? COVID-19. Massive quantitative easing, stimulus money being pumped into the market. Everybody had an access of capital, and where else were they going to put it? Again, if the United States dollar is depreciating in value, their investors are going to do what? They're going to seek higher returns in other assets, right? Understand market cycles, I cannot stress enough. So to finish this, it says, now we know from past data, lower interest rates can make the US dollar less attractive to foreign investors seeking higher yields, causing the currency to depreciate. The real reason the Phoenix raised a few percentages today, take a look at time. Time will tell you everything you need to know in the market. So now I want to take your attention over to the charts as of today. This is XRP on the left-hand side. We have the US dollar on the right. Now, again, like I said, I'm not saying that the Hinman documents had nothing to do with the continuation of this price momentum on XRP, because it most likely did. All right, fundamentals do play a major factor into why I call them banking institutions, whoever the whales are in this market to you, moved price today. Okay, obviously, of course, if they see something positive come out in an XRP that's going to present them a potential positive return on their investment, they're most likely going to buy versus sell. But look at the time, all right? The majority of this move happened before afternoon, and it actually started down here. Look at the correlation. U.S. core retail sales came out at 8:30 this morning. Look at the time. On the right-hand side of the chart, we got the U.S. dollar index, okay? The U.S. dollar index peaked at 8:30, exactly when that news came out. You guys can see down at the bottom of my charts, right? Where at the same time, that is exactly when the CYPRX pattern that we pay attention to here, day trading in the market, look at the pattern. We see a liquidation event that took place prior to that news event, a pre-engineered low in the market. Then we see that liquidation event take place where the market manipulated the market. The market makers manipulated the market, and liquidated those early buyers, liquidating lows. And then after that started to create the definition of bullish order flow, which is a failure swing low in the market. And instead, after the liquidation event, creating higher lows that lead to higher highs. Again, bullish order flow or bullish structure. Look at the time. Exactly at 8:30 a.m. is when this bullish quote unquote surge that all these YouTube influencers and Twitter influencers are trying to manipulate you into believing had something to do with the Hinman documents started. Okay. Don't you think it's interesting that at the same time core retail sales came out, considering what I just explained to you about the data, right, is the exact same time the move started on XRP this morning at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. 8:30 a.m. Okay. Pacific Standard Time is when the higher low on XRP started to come into fruition. The manipulation candle right here, you guys can see, happened at 5:30 a.m. on the dot, right? Very interesting to say the least. Okay, so just pay attention to detail. Again, like I said, that Hinman news didn't really come out until later on in the trading session today, the trading day today. So like I said, could it have had something to do with this potential news? Maybe even the whales in the market, the people behind the scenes, knew about this information ahead of the retail herd. But now everybody getting this information later, you can see XRP is trending on Twitter, thinks that the majority of this move was caused by the Hinman news that just came out. Again, I'm just attempting to show you all that it's not the whole reason why XRP moved today. Understanding market movements and price volatility in this market is key to you understanding how these markets move. Okay, and obviously, of course, your long-term survival in this market, who wouldn't want to know why the market's actually moving? And again, you know, I'm not freaking sitting here saying that I know everything, because I don't. Nobody does. But I'm just attempting to give you guys my perspective as to what took place in the market today. Again, the Hinman announcement today, along with this retail sale announcement from the United States, could have potentially or could have not potentially moved the market today, just showing you guys an in-depth perspective of time in the market. Okay, moving on. We also see some interesting fundamentals that came out just recently. Strategist at a fund warns sudden interest rate drop could crush the United States dollar and boost Bitcoin and gold. We're seeing massive fundamentals come out about this, right? It says an economic scenario could develop whereby the US government decides it must lower interest rates in order to make it easier to address its debt. Again, that's a possibility. It's not guaranteed. It's a possibility. Now, we're also seeing fundamentals come out today. So this was 2 days ago, right? We're seeing updates on this US debt ceiling talks. It is possible to get a deal by the end of the week, right? This just came out on Reuters on the 16th. So that's today. All right. So take everything into consideration. You guys are now seeing this whole trending, you know, dilemma surrounding the freaking judge and this, you know, motion surrounding the Hinman email and documents. Understand price action volatility in the markets from a more in-depth perspective. That's all I can ask of you guys and my followers. Don't just FOMO in and think that this is what's going on because XRP is trending and this Hinman bullcrap is trending on the internet right now. Try and get a better in-depth perspective on why the market's actually doing what it's doing from a fundamental perspective, and not just you know, these people from these crypto fundamental websites typing this stuff out. You guys know that these are people that are getting paid, like regular, normal people. You know, this is information that came out after the fundamental from the US data released this morning. And you can see how price action started its move in the morning on XRP, not later in the afternoon. So again, remember, these Twitter influencers, these YouTube influencers are out here making content right now. I guarantee you can go on YouTube right now and find some influencer with over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube right now that has already made a video telling the general public that the reason why this move happened today is because of the Hinman emails. Like I said, I'm not saying that has nothing to do with the Hinman emails, but it is not the main factor that drove price today. Why? Because the Hinman information came out in the second half of the trading session, and you can see that the market move on XRP today took place in the first half of the trading session. Okay, so you have to understand that there was some other fundamental factor or driving force that took XRP price higher today. All right, don't get manipulated by Twitter and YouTube. Many blessings to you guys. I'm always trying to give you guys the realest content, the realest perspective. Hopefully you all capitalize on some of the bearish callouts that I had given to you guys ahead of the curve in the crypto markets. I know the CYPRX students did. Many blessings to you all. As always, be cognizant, be aware, do your own personal research, create your own biases. I'm not telling you guys to go buy and sell XRP. Many blessings. I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown. Everybody take it easy. Have a good rest of your week.